Welcome to Stock and Options Trading Unlocked.
If you want to learn how to make 6 or 7 figures a year trading 2 hours a day, this is the show for you.
We're here to talk about everything trading, weekly news, tips, and special guests to get you motivated and profitable.
Don't forget, everything you hear is opinion only and not to be considered financial advice.
Here are your hosts, Athul Patel and David Picard.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our session for Stocks and Options Trading Unlocked. Just me this time. I figured we'd talk a little bit about what's going on in the market, wild moves. I got stopped out of my short positions. I had positioned according to what I had planned. And also stopped out per plan, and we're actually at the spot I was actually really hoping for to get short. So we're kind of in an interesting spot, I think, in that we have a long-term trend line to the downside that we just tagged today, and what makes it interesting is that we're also above the 200-day moving average for SPY. And what that can do is it can start opening the door for some funds to consider going long. And I still think that bigger picture, we're still headed lower, possibly much lower. Folks are starting to maybe look at certain names for swinging long in the market, right? And so we're gonna have to keep it, take a look and see where things play out, or how they're gonna play out. Restarting, I had that plan for the 4,600, 4,400 puts for end of January. I still like that. I might actually do a month out. We'll have to see what the pricing is. But I think, they came down to, like, I don't remember the price right now. Sorry, 10, I think 10-ish. I'll have to go check my orders and see. But it's the right thing so process-wise, what you want to do is kind of, start days off with a plan, with where things are at. And for me, that was at 409, 410 area. We got there. I'm gonna have to start open a swing. Now tomorrow we might actually go above that, right? We may and if we do, stop out. But I have to enter and position according to what the plan is, right? So this is the second attempt. It's at the level I was really hoping we'd get. Now we got to see if we fail, okay, and or not, right? If we roll over and start dropping or not. And so let's see what tomorrow brings. It's going to be kind of a fun session, but ultimately what I think happened is we held that 390, we held 394, 393.60 really on SPY, and then we got a monster short squeeze. Everybody saw the lower highs. I was also positioned, right? There's a large short positions that were set up, expecting after this double top on 400 or 401 that that the market was going to roll over. Okay, I think there was just a ton of shorts positioned, and then that just triggered this rally. But the thing about short squeezes is that if it's not real buying, it can turn around really quick. Okay. And so that's what we're going to need to see, right? Before upside, I would like to see if you're bullish, I'd love, and you want to see that. For me to be really bullish, I kind of want to see a back test of the 200-day moving average level, maybe 400, 401, back test that before, and then go over 410, right? And that would make me then a little bit more bullish for 420, 430 to maybe come. But for now, I'm still net bearish. But we scalp, right? We look for the opportunities in the market. We look for opportunities for how things are moving, find some great trade setups, look for the moves between levels, and capitalize on that. So it's been pretty good. Let's see. What else can we talk about? So China has been having a lot of moves recently. It's kind of, we've had these 3-4 days of rallies, I believe, and a little bit of a gap down day. It's still hard for me to position given the political climate in China. I can't get really too long biased, even though the prices are pretty attractive. One day they might be doing this, another day might be doing that, and it's hard to really gauge what the real risk is. So I think there's other opportunities. I'm going to start looking at potential sector rotation stuff. We had banks have really rallied, but I'm also starting to see some folks come out and go, with the rights going up, that's great, but what about the bank's previous loans and those that need to get serviced? And now the cost of servicing those loans that came out those interest rates might be higher, right? And not cover these longer term loans that they might have made. And in one report, there's a big shortfall, right, from one guy's analysis, and I was just like, whoa, okay. So there could be starting to get some exhaustion in some of the bank names. United also, it had this push and yank, but I think that may also get a little bit of selling. It's had a big run. It's had a huge run, right? And so going to be looking at that, looking at tech starts getting some love, and the Qs start getting some love. It's back at this. The Qs was it? I think it was back at 290. I'm sorry, what, not 290. Yeah, 290. Back at 290, 295. So if we can get over that 295, I think then we can start looking for moves back up into the 300s, possibly. But if we fail and get back under 290, then the tech, I think, can get back on the sell program. So let me take a look and see if there's anyone have any questions or charts that anyone wants to look at, and I'm happy to maybe do some chart reviews. Okay, I'm going to give it about a minute. Otherwise, we'll call it a day. Have a short session. It's nothing wrong with that. So far in the chat window, I have not seen any questions. If you want to ask, please go ahead and type something. TLT, okay. I haven't traded that, or maybe I haven't. It's not a regular, but let me take a look at the chart. Okay, let's take a look. We'll take a look at TLT, and we'll take a look at Meta. Okay, so wow, TLT is it's a pretty sharp V shape right here, and a pretty decent volume move. Well, if it holds, I'd say that this level right here is probably key, using this 104.50 or so, 105. And if that holds on a dip, then yes, it could go higher, right? So I would basically be using this as the guide, and I'd probably be targeting this you know, this 108.30 area right here. And then if it's really going to have continuation, probably up toward this 114, 115 area. Okay. That's all I can say to that. But um, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's looking pretty bullish. Interesting. Question, yeah. We'll have to see. Okay. I don't have much more to say on that because I don't really trade it and don't know how it really moves regularly, and so I have to do some digging. But technically, just looking at the chart, it does look bullish. Meta. Okay, let's take a look at this. Right. So it's been look at that monster rip, and now it's over this 120. It looks like it wants this gap fill, right? This 125 to 130 area. Definitely looks like that. They were buying calls over when it was doing that run over here, looking for that 120 plus, and now they got it here. So yeah, this could definitely have some follow through, right? So David, I hope that they answered your question. I mean, we basically have, this is a pretty volume, went right through everything here, all the sellers. The thing is that we have to be careful of this. Is a little bit of a gap up right here, and but you know, it held right. So let's see what the market does tomorrow, if it reverses or not. But if it doesn't, yeah, I mean, this is looking like it definitely does look like it wants, you know, come back to 130 to 135. Okay, awesome. Oh, did I not? No, I did share the screen. Okay, I did switch it up. Okay, good. Cool. So, David, did that answer your question? And there seems to be a 15-20 second delay. Yeah, and I would use 118 as kind of like the rough stop if you're swinging. That's what I would do. I would use probably 118 as a stop, as long as it holds that. You know, ride this move. Comes back and breaks, then I'd be looking for maybe a dip back on 115 or something like that before continuation. If I was super bullish. Yeah, I mean, I guess for Meta, I need to go through and run the numbers, right? Like if they do all these cost cuts, where does that leave them financially? I think that's part of what needs to be figured out, because at the end of the day, they're still bleeding revenue, right? So, you know, where do things stand after the cost cutting measures, right? So that's the big unknown to me for Meta, which might require a little bit of uh David has a family event, Shane. You know, we're getting into the holidays, and so there's going to be a bit of that. So hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I hope everyone's getting ready for a fun holiday season. Here in Puerto Rico, apparently they pride themselves on this holiday season, and from what I'm told, it lasts 3 months. Starts at the beginning of November, ends like the third week of January or fourth week of January. So it's like almost like 3 month season here. They love Christmas. They have so many different events all through the holidays. So if anybody is coming over December or January and is flying out to Puerto Rico, don't forget to say hi. I'll come and meet up with you and say hi. So with that said, I want to say, you know, happy holidays, and I'll see you next time. So thanks for coming.